Hi, I'm Rand Salbert, a senior at Woodrow and a member of Texas Leadership Forum. Here on January 8th at Dallas Police Headquarters, we join police, community, and civic leaders to host a summit about improving relations between police and young people. Here are some highlights.
The Texas Leadership Forum is a competitive program for high school juniors where we participate and meet and interact with business and professional people, elected officials, and community members. We are here today to discuss how to increase understanding between police officers and young adults. This is a crucial conversation between the public and police. We are not here to change views, we are here to issue a new age of understanding.
The first part of what I want to talk about is the police-community relationship. Because I think what gets lost most of the time when we have these open, honest conversations is that everybody that's up here in a police uniform is really just like you. We're all just human beings, and we all want the same thing. The problem is, for police officers, everything that we do, the uniforms that we wear, the equipment that we carry, the cars that we drive, all have the problem of dehumanizing us as individuals. It lumps us all together as one big group of enforcers, and you don't get the opportunity to truly have an open and honest dialogue where you see the officers and their opinions and their feelings. So that's vitally important for you to develop the trust that's necessary for us to all go forward together. The second part that I want to talk about today is leadership, because that's part of the reason why we're all here. And so many of the things that are important in leadership are also important in our relationship with the community, in our relationship with our family, in our relationship with our friends. It carries through life in many, many ways. There are many different forms and types of leadership, many different styles of leadership, and they all work in different ways. But there's three things that I've found in leadership that it doesn't matter what kind of leader you are, what style of leadership you practice, there's three things that have to exist in order for you to be a good leader and for you to lead and people to want to follow you, regardless of what you're trying to achieve. The first one is fair. The second one is care. The third one is share.
Starting this conversation is what's critical, and very few departments in Texas or certainly around the country are having these conversations. And this was a joint effort between the Texas Leadership Forum and Dallas Police, and Safer Dallas, Better Dallas supporting as well. But the fact that this conversation is happening in a city the size of Dallas is remarkable, and it should be commended, and hopefully repeated in other places, large and small.
I think that increasing trust between police officers and young people is very important because we don't know what the future might bring to us. So one day one of us might be in a situation like that, and it's really important to know what to do. So I'm glad we get to clarify that today.
So if I'm a child and my only interaction with law enforcement has been, well, seeing my dad taken away to jail or in the court system, it's going to be hard for me to see this in a way where I have to respect that because that's something that's personally harmful for me.
Leadership is a relationship, and a relationship is built on credibility. But I take that a step further and I say the way we establish our credibility is through communication. And that's what we're doing here today.
I think it's important that we teach our kids to obey the law and to be respectful. But what I don't want us to do is to do that at the exclusion of having the other side of that conversation, which is this has to be a ongoing conversation between both sides, because I do feel that the police and everyone else in society exists in society, and in society, certain groups may have stereotypes about them or stigmas attached to them that none of us can escape. And we need to make sure that officers are being trained and being taught about some of those stereotypes and some of those biases so that they're not overtaken by them.
He profiled, and so did I. Because I had an attitude immediately that wasn't a cop I was familiar with, so he must be out to get me. I don't know what he was doing. And that I give you that example is when you talk about what more should we do as citizens, as young people, and to respect and admire police and things of that nature, it is a two-way street. And those guys have the uniform. They have the gun. And so my recommendation to make sure that young people respect police officers is that I want to see police officers do the exact same thing to the citizens that they serve.
There's a lot of positive things going on in the schools here with our police officers. I think that one of the real benefits that we have is having police officers in the campuses who really care about the kids and get to know those kids and have a relationship with those kids. And I don't think that we could take anything for that. Just being able to have them know that we're there for them and that they can come forward to us and we have a relationship and they do that. And so there's a lot of positive things going on over there.
I mean, I think that's part of the education for our kids to make sure that they, if the person who is in authority is not acting like the grown-up, that they need to assume some responsibility and just say, hey, I want to get home and I'm going to do whatever I need to do to get home, and then I will take it to her point. We're going to court on this.
I want you to take away from my remarks is that help me to make this a great place for everybody in Dallas County. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
As you can see, this is a very productive, insightful, and informative summit. We learned that police officers do prioritize building relationships with students, parents, and the communities. My name is Vivian Nguyen, and I am a senior at Irving High School and member of Texas Leadership Forum. My peers and I believe that youth summits like this will break down barriers and improve relationships, and we look forward to being a part of the solution.